Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to look at polynomials and division of polynomials. So before we get started, I'd like to recall a couple things. The first thing has to do with fractions. When we have 5 over 3 plus 4 over 3, they have common denominator, so we put them together and we have 5 plus 4 over 3. But what we can also do is separate. See, if we have 5 plus 4 over 3, we can separate to get 5 over 3 plus 4 over 3. And we're going to use this separating property later in the lesson. Next thing I'd like to recall is from our exponents videos. X to the cube divided by x squared is x to the 3 minus 2, which gives x to the 1, which gives x, like that. So let's jump right into it. Lots of examples. A, divide. 6x squared divided by 2x. So we have 6 divided by 2 gives 3. And x to the 2 minus 1, like that, gives 3x to the 1, which is the same as 3x. So B, negative 8xy over 2y. So negative 8 over 2 is negative 4. X remains the same, and y over y, these cancel with each other, and so there's no y there. So negative 4x is the simplification. C, 16 over 8 is 2. X squared remains the same. Y squared over y squared, they cancel out, and so there's no y there. D, negative 12u squared over negative 3u. So negative 12 over negative 3 is 4. U squared over u is u. E, 25v squared w over 5vw. So 25 over 5 is 5. V squared over v is v. W over w, there's cancel out, and so there's no w there. Okay, so practice number 1, divide. Go ahead and pause the video and perform these divisions. Okay, we're back. So we have 12 over 4, 3. X squared over x gives x, like that. 10 over 2, 5. X over x gone. Y squared over y gives y, like that. 15 over 3, 5. X cubed over x squared is x to the 1, like that. Okay, example number 2. So now we have some trinomials divided by a monomial. So here we're going to use our separating property here. So all of these over 5. So 15x squared over 5, negative 20x over 5, 5y squared over 5, like that. And then now we perform these divisions here. So 15 over 5 is 3, negative 20 over 5, negative 4, 5 over 5 is 1, like that. And so this is what's remaining. So B, instead of writing all of the steps, I'm going to simply just do it. This, this, and this, like that. So 18x squared over 3, 6x squared. 9x over 3, 3x. Negative 3 over 3, negative 1. Okay, so example number C, here we have a trinomial divided by a monomial. And so we're going to separate it. So 12xy over 4x, negative 4x squared over 4x, and 8x over 4x as such. And this is what we just finished practicing on the previous page. So 12xy over 4x, this becomes 3, x's go away, and what remains is y. Negative 4 over 4 is negative 1, x squared over x is x. 8x over 4x is x's go away, and what's left is 2, like that. And so if you want, you can write it down, separate it, and then perform it. Or you can divide as you go, as I'm doing with D. So 10x squared y divided by 2xy. So 10 over 2, 5. X squared over x, x. Y over y is gone. And so that's our first term. So we have this, this, and that. So 6x squared y squared over 2xy. So we have 3. X, y, like that. Minus 2xy over 2xy gives negative 1, like that. Okay, time for some practice. Okay, practice number 2. Go ahead and pause the video and perform these divisions. If you want to write out all the steps like that, that's perfectly fine. Or if you want to do it in one shot like I did here, that is also fine. Whichever works for you. Okay, so we're back. So we have 14x squared over 7, 2x squared. Negative 7 over 7 gives negative 1, so that's negative x here. 21 over 7 gives 3, like that. B, 50 over 5 is 10, xy remains there. 20 over 5 is 4, so 4x squared. Negative 5 over 5 gives negative 1. C, 14x squared over 2x, so that's 7x. 8x over 2x gives 4. Negative 10xy over 2x gives negative 5. X's cancel out, and what remains is y, like that. D, 6 over negative 3 gives negative 2. X squared y over xy, x remains, y get canceled out. Second middle here, so 9 over negative 3 gives minus 3, like that. X's cancel out, y squared over y gives y, like that. Negative 3 over negative 3 is 1. X squared y squared over xy gives xy, like that. E, 10 over 1, so 10 remains. Xy squared over y squares cancel out. What's left is the x. Negative 3y squared over y squared, the y squares cancel out. What's left is negative 3. And 4x squared y squared over y squared, the y squares cancel out, and what's left is 4x squared. Okay, and last little practice here. This is a mix of the previous 2 lessons, multiplication and division. So go ahead and pause the video and simplify these expressions. Okay, let's see what we got here. A. So here we have a division to do, and here we have a distribution to do. So we'll start with the division here. 4x squared over negative x is negative 4x. Minus 3 over negative 1 is positive 3. X's cancel out. So this is from our first term here, like that. Secondly, we're distributing the 2. So 2x squared minus 6x plus 12, like that. And so now we have this polynomial plus this polynomial, like that. So 2x squared minus 10x plus 15, like that. And so that's the answer to our first expression. B, here we have the same thing here. We're going to distribute first. So we have 10x squared minus 20. All of that is over 2. Here we're going to distribute the negative x, so it becomes negative 3x squared plus x, like that. Here we're going to divide 2 for both. So we have 5x squared minus 10 minus 3x squared plus x. This simplifies to 2x squared plus x minus 10, like that. C. Here we have 2x times 3x plus 6 over x. And if you remember from our fraction simplification videos, here x is multiplying the entire top and x is multiplying the entire bottom. So we can cancel x and x like that, which remains 2 times 3x plus 6, like that. Here we're going to do the divide by 2. So we have 2x squared minus 3x plus 4, like that. We're going to distribute the 2, 6x plus 12, like that. And so now we have a polynomial plus another polynomial, like that. Collect like terms, 2x squared plus 3x plus 16. And that's it. It's that easy. I'll see you guys in the next video.